get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A carry here for Hunt. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Switzer. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start the drive with White. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Here's Harris. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6.
On the handoff, this is White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing, Jones. This is White on the screen. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. A give right side now to Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Flush to his right. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. On the give, this is Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off at the 24. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Mayfield now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Patriots are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Finding Bourne here over the middle. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. This one to Bourne out on the left side. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. is down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 14-7. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Hunt. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Kyle Van Noy back with the Pats in 2021 there on the tackle. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll run again with Hunt. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he completes it to Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Come up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be 9 officially, and it's 4th down. Just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's pulled in at the 32. Six-yard. 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six.